What is up, guys? Pat here. So sorry it's been a while since I did a tutorial, but here it is, the sword slash tutorial. That's what you guys all voted upon. So what we're going to be making today is this. So import your rig and get the sword and put it in his hand. I'm using FMAR 5 for this tutorial. I'm just going to turn off feet and turn off all the emotions and make a plane by holding your mouse over the cube here. Hold it and then plane. Just going to make it a bit bigger. So first of all, you're going to want to get him into a good pose. So bend his waist down a bit, put it forward, bend it like that. I prefer not to use the shoulder control, so I'm just going to be using the hand goal. I want to put his hand forward like this, bend his torso. Always have his head facing the target, if you can. It's just a bit more realistic. Bend his backhand like this. Put this leg back. Put this leg forward a bit. Sorry if my voice sounds a bit weird. I'm kind of sick, so just feel free to tweak. I'm just gonna rotate the sword a little bit like this, since that's a bit more realistic. Maybe bend his arm a little bit more. So this is pretty much your starting pose. Pause the video if you want. Sorry if the video is a little bit laggy. It's laggy because I'm recording. So yeah. Now we'll move on to the animation part. So you're going to want him to just stay here for a while. So maybe till 25 frames. Bend it down. Rotate a bit. You know, just to have him in his stance for a bit. What I like to do is select all the body parts that you keyframed. So the arms, hold shift if you didn't know. Make a keyframe around 15. So hit it like 3 times. Drag it to about 10, and then you've got this sort of nice smooth look. And I like to tweak the arm so that it doesn't look so stiff. Like that. Yeah, so now you've got this. Maybe I might just keep tweaking it a bit. Maybe rotate this. So now you're going to want him to take his first step, like so. So at 25, keyframe both of the legs, and go to about 35 or 36 from 25, or however many frames you're at. Move it forward, rotate it about like this. Looks very bad right now, but don't judge. Move the waist up about 3 to 5 centimeters. And if you notice how the waist kind of moves back and gets messed up like that, if you want that to stop, drag this waist keyframe back 1 frame and copy the frame here. That way it doesn't do that. So now it's more smooth. So at 35, you're going to want to move his left leg forward, like so, and rotate his other leg so it doesn't look broken. Maybe you can move it back a bit if you want. Let's see, what did I do? So the left arm goes forward and the torso rotates that way. So his left arm is going to come forward. His head is going to be still looking somewhat at the target. His right arm is going to be back. So now you should have something that looks like this. Looks pretty bad right now. Oh, I forgot to put the leg up. So if you know the basics of animation, the waist is always going to go up when he takes a step, and the leg obviously is going to go up as well. So I'm just going to stretch his arm out a bit here, maybe. Maybe bend this. The elbow usually bends first, so it wouldn't be like this usually. It wouldn't be straight here. It would normally be bent. It's if you think about it in real life, your arm pretty much, like your what's it called? Your hand usually moves after your elbow, if that makes sense. Like this rather than like that. So then he takes his second step and rotates. Again, like so. Bend his waist this way since he's getting ready for the slash. Bend his arm. Rotate his head back a bit since he's getting ready to, look at the target. Put his waist up. Oh, also, never do a project with all frames on. So hold your mouse here and untick all frames, because all frames makes it a bit slower. So now it's in real time. So now you're going to want him to move a little bit this way, since this leg is going to be coming back. So move this leg back and rotate this leg so it's not breaking. So now I'm just going to tweak this. You should have something that looks like this. Maybe I'm gonna move. Oops, forgot to make it go up. Maybe I'm gonna make him go a little bit farther back. Maybe move this that way a bit. Now you should have that. I'm just gonna tweak the arm a little bit so it looks better. Maybe this one as well. Put his foot back a bit more. Animation is pretty much a whole crap ton of trial and error. So if you mess up on the first time, don't give up on it. So now you should have something like this. I think I'm gonna have his arm go a little bit more out. Maybe not so close to his face. And now he's gonna stay here for a minute. For a few seconds, I mean. Rotate his body like this. Maybe follow through his arm. Rotate his head back. Move the... So rotate his... excuse me. Rotate his waist back since he's going to be generating the power for the slash. Maybe slide his foot just a little bit. Maybe rotate it, his body up. I think I'm gonna make him go up a little bit more for each step. And move this leg up a bit as well. Yeah, that looks fine. So now he's going to slash. So maybe move about 9 frames. Move his waist. Rotate it all the way. Move it forward a bit. If you're wondering how I'm getting this other rotational axis, you just hit W and it, I don't really know what to call it. So rotate his waist all the way to the side. Rotate his arm all the way back. Have him looking at the target. Maybe not. So, yeah. Oh, forgot to keyframe that. Move this arm back a bit. This arm should be forward. Go up. And when he's rotating like this, it's not just going to be a full rotation movement. In between when he goes up, you're going to want to rotate it like this and have this arm still being back so that it's, you know, faster and stuff. Have the torso be back a bit, head looking at the target, this arm back, and now I'm just going to straighten out his arm, maybe drag this back a bit. So now you should have something of the sort like this. Maybe make him straighten out his arm a little bit sooner. His arm should usually, or most of the time, be straight. Here should be straight, and as well as the follow through. So now we're just going to ease it out, have his waist move a bit. And of course the leg. So 59, the waist was keyframed. Rotate the leg, like so. Rotate this one so it's not broken. Maybe move it that way. Maybe bend his waist down. Rotate this. Have his head be looking at the target. Arm up. So that's not bad. Now we're going to go into the process of tweaking it. That's what I usually do once I'm done with it. So yeah, just gonna move this down a bit. Going to have his waist maybe bend down before he takes the step. Sometimes I like to do that, but sometimes it doesn't look good. Maybe just a little bit. Yeah, that's not bad. We have his waist go up when he's taking this step. Maybe have it still. Maybe bend it like that. And now I'm just gonna touch it up. Oops, forgot to bend the leg up again. Now I'm going to keyframe the sword. It's optional for the first part of the animation, but I like to give it more of an effect, more realistic effect. So I'm just gonna straighten it out here a bit. And when he slashes, it's you have to have his sword be straight, since it's otherwise not really going to hit the target properly. Maybe bend his arm up. Yeah, so I hope you guys learned something from this tutorial. I'm really bad at commentating, so forgive me for that. Yeah, thanks for watching.